So we are talking about anxiety. Even as the school year gets underway, it's real for both students and the parents. So joining me now to talk about it is Dr. Elizabeth McIngvale. She is the director of the OCD Institute in Texas. So what do kids generally get anxious about this time of year? I mean, we're talking about a wide range of ages, but what do you see most?
Yeah, so many things. But right now, one of the big things we're seeing is anxiety in the school. So this can be around perfectionism. It can be around separation anxiety. It can be a gamut. But we tend to see that, kids kind of do a little bit better at times during summer just because they're with their family and they're in this more familiar situation that feels safe, but they're also not faced with all these external pressures where when they get back in the school, those that have anxiety, we start to see it come up right around this time of year.
I mean, sometimes, as of recently, when we talk about anxiety in schools, our mind goes straight to school shootings and tragedies and things like that. Is that more of, is that less common than these other anxieties that you're mentioning?
Probably. I mean, I think what we're talking about really is anxiety disorder, so obsessive compulsive disorder, panic disorder, general anxiety disorder, phobias, right? School refusals that we see with kids. And this is really kind of the main reasons that kids are seeking mental health treatment. But of course, all these other things, right? School shootings, the anxiety, that stuff, that not only increases anxiety in the kids, but in parents as well, right? I love the segment you just started with, anxiety is real. It's absolutely real. Yeah. It's real for kids. It's real for parents.
So what can parents do about it? What should be their first steps?
Yeah, the first step is to look for signs and symptoms, right? Is your child starting to withdraw? Are they starting to act differently socially? Or are they starting to eat less, sleep differently, right? What's starting to be disrupted? But also listen to your teachers. Listen to the school. What are they noticing? What are they saying? And really take steps to get your child treatment. We tend to find that this September, mid-September really is the time that we start to see kids who are struggling in school start to seek services because parents are starting to say, okay, it's a problem. Like we hoped the school year would be better, but now my child doesn't want to go to school, or they're struggling tremendously, or they're not able to, let go of the anxiety and they're up all night worrying about homework and if they did something right. And so we want you to seek treatment.
So seeking treatment, no secret to you, that can be a luxury for people. It can be very difficult for people to access that kind of help. What do you suggest? Do you know of any place that people can reach out to if they are in an underserved area? If they don't know how to reach out to somebody, what should they do?
Yeah, it's a great question. So we want you, if you're dealing with an anxiety disorder, or your child is, we want you to get a really good assessment first to understand what's going on so that appropriate treatment can then be created, a treatment plan for that individual. We really want cognitive behavioral therapy. That's the most effective intervention for anxiety disorders. The great news, there's actually a ton of resources here in Houston. So, intensive groups that exist. Texas Children's Hospital has an anxiety clinic, so there are a lot of places that do take insurance and that are available.
And when we talk about anxiety, what's the difference between what's normal, beginning of the school jitters, and that's considered normal, and what should people look for when they think, okay, maybe we do need to seek some of those services?
Yeah, so sometimes anxiety, actually it's there, but actually as a parent, we can make changes, right? So you think about separation anxiety, there's sometimes things we can do that can change our child's response. And so we want to try that first. But the big thing is it getting worse? Is it not improving, but is it getting worse? Are we seeing that with time it's getting better and our child's acclimating and that's healthy and that's normal? Or are we seeing that it's becoming more disruptive? It's interfering more with their life.
What are some of the examples that parents can do?
So many things, right? So when we think about, for example, like dropping your child off if you have a little one, it's being able to say bye, tell them you love them and leave. Don't linger. Don't make the process harder, right? You're very direct. You're going to pick them up. Talk to them. Children understand you. Children have so much knowledge. So talk to them, allow them to know what to expect. But also parents often are seeking their own anxiety treatment because sometimes our anxiety also increases our child's.
Yeah, we're always well-meaning parents.
So well-meaning, yes, but sometimes we need a little help ourselves, myself included.
Absolutely, yeah. Thank you, Dr. Elizabeth McIngvale. It's always great to have you here. You are with the OCD Institute, and we always appreciate getting your insight.
Thank you.